What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Matic TV and a new segment which I am starting off. It's just going to be a daily video, a transfer vlog video, where in between the normal scheduling and normal videos we do when we get all the guests on, just to go over what's actually going on in the transfer market with United. It is titled Transfer Bollocks because that is all it is. It's all about the transfers and, well, let's say the transfers that won't be. We've got plenty of people out there at the moment saying this is happening, that is happening, and it just won't. Let's just get realistic. My advice to you guys is just take it with a pinch of salt. We all know what happens with United on transfers. We all know what our summers are like. We're built up. We've got a bit of belief. We've got a bit of hope that something's going to happen, and then crash, bang, wallop. No, it doesn't. We're going to be streaming these videos wherever I am. It's in the van, it's in the office, wherever it's going to be. We're just going to break down the transfer dealings for the day, what's going around, what complete garbage is being spouted out by the media outlets, and go from there. Let's break it down. Let's talk normally, like fans do, about what is really happening. It's probably going to be more like a fancy football sort of side of things because, honestly, if anyone actually believes that Manchester United have got 150 million to spend, then you're deluded as what some of these fans who think that we're going in the right direction are. We've already got a numpty of the week in the comment section. Alien has already deleted the comment. I've seen it there, Alien, mate. Absolute numpty already. But Alien's on the ball today. Cheers. Hello to everyone in the comment section and everyone who's actually watching. It's warm. It's boiling today. And it is officially summertime. And transfer speculation is out there. And it is... Guys, I'm not going to kid you. It's just complete crap. It's crap. Don't believe in any of it. Let's look at the realistic sort of side of this transfer market. Apparently, last night I got on Twitter, Jadon Sancho's, we're making a bid for Sancho today. Where is it? Still waiting. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It's not happening. Let's get realistic about it. Jadon Sancho has agreed personal terms. I've seen it all last night. People in the know. No, you're not. You're not. It's all just crap from the football club that's just put out there just for us to get carried away with and actually make it look like that United are actually doing something in this transfer window. This is a transfer show, like I said, but I just wanted to make a quick comment, a quick start to the show by saying, just going into Mason Greenwood, and unfortunately Greenwood has been taken out of the England squad for this summer's Euros. Absolutely gutted for the lad. Apparently a recurring injury problem that has been nursed by United over the last few months of the season with the fixture pile-up and so on and so forth. Apparently now he does need to fully recover from this injury. He can't go into the Euros with it, so therefore being taken out of Gareth Southgate's squad. Unfortunately, I mean, that's made it a little bit easier for Southgate because there is some talent in that England squad this year. But Greenwood, for our side of things, I thought he really deserved his spot. I think he was one of the best English centre-forwards in the last few months of the season. Little did we know, another United player playing through an injury. Now, make of that as much as you want. There's another video you can spin straight up from there, from the way this football club is being run. There's another one of our forwards who has now been made clear that he was injured playing the rest of this season. It is an absolute joke of how we deal with our players. It just looks desperate. It just looks desperate. Aliens in the house. Hot day here, but yeah, mate, it is weltering. It really is. Crazy Irishman, definitely not, mate. What's up, Jay? Football Daily United, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Monitoring FC, that's definitely the way to go. That is what we are in it, mate, at the moment. Let's see. Anyone joining the video today? Not at the moment, mate. We're just going to spin these ones off in the daytime on the transfer speculation as just quick fire videos. Sometimes we may get someone on if anyone is available. I've got Keen in the house there as well. What's that? Just got half day from work. Happy days. Keen, loving it, mate. Go and get some suntan lotion out, mate. Crack open a beer and get in that back garden, mate. Go for it, my man. That's it. Southgate doesn't deserve Greenwood. I mean, to be honest, I think Southgate was going to pick him. I really do. I just think that this injury has just... he's come at the wrong time. I mean, like I said before, we didn't know, did we? We didn't know it was there. we were playing. We all thought it was okay, but again, United playing another player injured. It's just not right, I don't think. But that is what it is. Greenwood is out injured, and unfortunately, will miss the Euros. Gutted for the lad. Absolutely devastated. But transfer speculation. Let's get into the realistic stuff, guys. And forget your Sanchos. Forget your Haalands, your Kanes, forget all the big guns. For today, we're talking about another, believe it or not, another goalkeeper. Oh my God, United and goalkeepers. What is it? What is it with United and goalkeepers right now? Are we scared that all of a sudden our goalkeepers are all going to come down with the same illness or something, that we need so many in reserve? Let's just roll through it. Apparently United are, and it's pretty much done and dusted, free agent Tom Heaton, formerly of United's youth system, is coming back to the football club on a free transfer. So let's look at, without Tom Heaton, what United actually have in that goalkeeping department right now. So let's go. Joe Pereira, still contracted to Manchester United. Lee Grant, well, say no more. Yeah. Then we've got Romero. Then we've got De Gea. Then we've got Henderson. You bring Tom Heaton into this football club. That's 6 goalkeepers. 6. And without Tom Heaton right now, guys, United are spending over 30 million a year on goalkeepers. 30 million a year on goalkeepers in wages. That's what we're spending at the moment. That is absolutely mental. I mean, you split that in half in terms of wages, then what would you be saving? Even if you did it in half, it's unbelievable. Why are United looking at another goalkeeper? It's brain dead, is what it is. It's absolutely stupid. 30 million a year in wages on goalkeepers at this football club right now, and that's without Tom Heaton. So they can go on and say, oh, Grant was free. Romero was on a free. Christ tonight, if you add Romero's and Grant's wages together per year, so last season, Lee Grant and Sergio Romero, who contributed nothing to this football club, cost us 5.2 million in wages. 5.2 million. I mean, come on. Seriously. And they say this football club's being run well. Just let that sink in a minute. That's Sergio Romero and Lee Grant. Combined wages is 100 grand a week, 5.2 million a year, and they contribute absolutely nothing. They don't even get in the match day squads. So I'm asking the question, what is the point? What's the point? Why are we bringing Tom Heaton in? Yeah, we may well be getting rid of a goalkeeper this summer, but let's not forget, we've already got 6 here at the moment. We've already got 5 here at the moment. Tom Heaton makes it 6 goalkeepers. How many do you need? How many goalkeepers do you need at your football club? What makes you feel safe? What's the right number? But all I'm looking at is what United could have saved. Over 30 million in goalkeepers' wages. David De Gea isn't our out-and-out #1 goalkeeper at the moment, but he's 70, 85 grand ahead of everyone else in terms of wages. The nearest person to him in terms of wages at this football club is Paul Pogba. And we all know what might be happening with Paul Pogba going forward with his contract extension. I think that would be financial suicide. Absolutely mental. But that's for another show. But David De Gea, 375 grand a week. Between him and Henderson are #1 and #2, whether you think Henderson's #1 or De Gea's #1, is just under $500,000 a week. Past that, even Romero and Grant, like I said, are costing us over 5 million a year, and they don't even play. So I'm asking the question now to you guys. It's like, okay, that's a hell of a lot of money. 5 million a year, that could have easily been that extra bit of money on top to put into United's infrastructure, put into the stadium, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Put onto the end of a Sancho bid last summer, which we didn't get, because we didn't want to pay the extra 5 or 10 million. But we're okay to pay these wages to goalkeepers. Goalkeepers? It's absolutely mind-boggling of what this football club actually thinks of, or how they think that this is how it should be run. I looked at the figures last night and I was scratching my head. I'm thinking this is before we have the kamikaze summer that's probably going to happen, where we look like complete fools again. I mean, what guy? Let's just get into a few of you guys' comments. Webmoss, yeah, mate, doing streams in the middle of the day as well now, so hopefully a few more people can actually catch some of the shows as well. And we will try and adapt it, maybe get some people on these shows as well in the middle of the day, because I know there are a lot of people who watch from all around the world as well. So hopefully that suits people a little bit more. Maybe lunch breaks, people can just sit away just for half an hour and watch the stream. It's all good. Keen's in there with a comment. If David De Gea, Romero, Grant leave and Heaton comes in, Bishop gets promoted. Wage bill could be a better place, but remains to be seen. It looks like common sense, Keen, doesn't it, mate? It looks like on paper we can deal with this properly, but I'm still trying to figure out in my head how United think that paying over $5 million a year to goalkeepers who have no say at all or help this club out in no way whatsoever. And you talk crap about what they do behind the scenes. I'm not having that. It's all about what happens on the pitch. And quite clearly, with our goalkeepers, the help from the other goalkeepers that are around hasn't really helped much, has it? Because all anyone's moaned about this season, and I've been one of them, I'll hold my hands up, is the goalkeepers. I prefer De Gea. I prefer Henderson in goal. Some people prefer De Gea. So if you want to make an argument of why Grant is at the club, why Romero is at the club, the so-called feel-good factor, you could roll Mata into that, actually. The so-called feel-good factor, well, it's not. I'm not seeing it on the pitch. It's all right, everyone being happy on the training ground, but if it doesn't transfer onto the pitch, then what's the point? You know what I mean? What is the point? Tom Heaton coming to this club, first signing of the summer. Well, it's probably going to be because it is all signed, sealed and delivered. We've even had Romano. Here we go. It is actually happening. I can't believe we've even got a here we go from Romano for Tom Heaton signing at Manchester United. Christ tonight. That's embarrassing. Big time. Alien 10-0 in there. Smash the like button, people. Always, you know the score. And don't forget, guys, if you aren't in the competition or entered into the competition, down in the link in the description is my Instagram account. My latest post there is describing how to enter the competition that we've got going on now. There is a free, framed, signed, fully authenticated Marcus Rashford montage all ready to go for one of the subscribers on this channel. Just drop down into my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram there, guys. It's going across the bottom of the screen and it's in the description below, and it will explain everything you need to know about entering the competition, the end of season prize giveaway. So, I mean, let's just get into a few more comments on what is going on. Wentmoss there says, it definitely isn't priority, but it probably suggests David and probably Romero will leave. I think this is what has to happen, mate. I mean, this is what I want to get into in these transfer shows. Let's talk about it realistically. This is the state that it's in now. I'm not saying that this can't be solved. We all know how it can be solved, and this is what we want to talk about now and how we want to explain how it can be rectified. We do need to get rid of, what, 3 at least? 3 goalkeepers. I think we can definitely say that Joel Pereira, I mean, he's not going to get into this first team. As good of a prospect he is, he's never going to break into this first team. Lee Grant, seriously, what's the point? Romero, De Gea, fair enough. I think if we start getting rid of these players, then I think that's definitely going to be a way to get out of this situation and a way to make it look like we actually know what we're actually doing. Because from the outside in, with the figures that I've just described there, it looks like we're just kamikazing. And everyone moans about finances at this football club and the market that we're in. Well, we're the idiots that are paying the stupid wages. So when you're paying 5.2 million a year to 2 goalkeepers that don't even contribute to the team, then something has to be sorted. I mean, the goalkeeping situation is one. Tom Heaton coming in, it's all right, back up to a Henderson or De Gea, whichever way you're going. But still, you need to get rid of another 3 goalkeepers. It's as simple as that. It's got to be done. And for me, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. Which ones would you get rid of? For me, Pereira, Grant, Romero. You know what? I'd actually keep Romero. I don't know what you guys think. I'd keep Romero on at United. I think he's a good goalkeeper. He's been the best number 2. I'd keep Romero behind Henderson. That's how I'd do it. I'd have Romero as my number 2. Heaton can sit on the sidelines if he wants. Keep Henderson and sell the rest. That will save United an absolute fortune. And we could actually probably get some money out of selling David De Gea. I'm just looking at it because I know the priority that United need to be looking at this summer. We all do. The positions we need to be investing in. And if we can free up some funds somehow from the sales of some of these goalkeepers, then that's smart, mate. That's smart. It's not smart. It's just common sense. It's just what you would do as a businessman. You would look at what you've got an abundance of, sell off what you can, save on your wage bill, make room for another bigger contract, which is needed at the football club. Say a Bruno signing a new deal, say a big player coming in to help the team, to help Ole, then that to me looks logical. That looks like we actually know what we're talking about. We can go into how we got into this mess in the first place, but and again, that's another story and another stream again. But Ed Woodward's gone now. So we're into this summer with our so-called directors of football. I'm just going to get into a few of your comments here as well. Let's see, that's a bit sarcastic there. Imagine our fans celebrating outside Old Trafford. Yes, we've got Tommy. And no, mate, I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine that. Not a chance. There's rumours we're looking to get rid of De Gea and Hendo to get a top keeper. I mean, to be honest, I'm hearing the Oblak rumours. Getting De Gea out, possibly Henderson's not going to sit as a number 2. If Oblak comes in, then both of them have to go. Both of them have to go. But why are we spending all this time and money trying to deal with the goalkeeper situation? Really, we should be just saying, look, we'll give Henderson a chance. And then we'll deal with the goalkeeper situation if that doesn't work in the transfer market. Somewhere along them lines. Because I don't think we need to be splashing out loads of cash on goalkeepers right now. I really don't. Let's see. Sachin says, I'd sell Henderson and Romero because they are easiest to sell compared to De Gea. Well, it all depends, mate, doesn't it? That De Gea wage, like you said there, mate, is probably what I'm thinking you're going with. I think that's how De Gea is a bit of a ball ache or the harder sell because of his wages. I understand that. I do. And if it comes to the chop and Henderson does have to go, I'm as realistic as anyone. Everyone knows I like and prefer Henderson. We've got to do what you've got to do. United have dug themselves a hole here, which an excavator can't even get us out of. It's ridiculous. I'd be selling De Gea. I'd cut price it just to subsidise the wage, just to get him out. I don't think he is the future of Manchester United anymore. It's just my personal opinion. I know a few have already disagreed with that, but that's just the way it is. There's nothing much more that De Gea can do for me, which convinces me that he is the way forward. Henderson, I want to be given a chance. That's just how I look at it. I think he deserves a chance. I've run in the team. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But we're never going to know until these players are put in and they're given a chance. And I just think that this whole goalkeeping situation is a complete mess. And then again, I said it in another video the other day. Honestly, the mess that Ollie's got to deal with, I don't think he's going to have time to concentrate on much else. Right now, if he thinks he's putting his feet up and having a holiday, he's got another thing coming. He has got to get down to some serious work. I wanted to bring up the goalkeeping situation first here in this first transfer video because that there and what I just described there is a complete mess, an absolute joke. The fact that we've got that many goalkeepers on this amount of money, we need to rectify that. Then moving on into what is next. Before I move on to the next segment, I just want to bring up a few more of your comments. Samuel says Manchester United should swap Diogo Dalot for Frank Hasse, swap Paul Pogba, Bill Pogba for Federico Valde. I mean, it's all ifs and buts and everyone, and like I said, we are going to play fancy football with this quite a bit. A lot of people would say Basuma in for Pogba from Brighton. That to me looks like Ollie will be looking for proven Premier League players because I don't think he has got the capability or the time, more importantly, to give to someone to adapt to the Premier League. That's how I think he's looking at his window. Again, a lot will disagree with me, but I just feel like that is what he's looking at, and that's how it's looking to me from the outside. Adam, do you agree that CDM should be priority? Also, love the channel and happy anniversary for the last few days. Thank you very much, Kyle, mate. Yeah, it was my anniversary this weekend. I'm still recovering from the weekend. I definitely am. But yeah, mate, everyone knows on this channel, everyone I speak to, CDM is top priority, mate, 100%. Get your comments in and get your questions in, guys, if there's anything you want to touch on. We're just going to ring up all transfer news. Any news that you've heard of, if you want an opinion on it, we'll get it up on here. We'll get everyone to answer and get everyone else's comments on it as well. So get your comments in. Daniel Levy called up for Wales. Do you know what? This is the one side of Manchester United that I'm loving at the moment. The youth system and some of the youth players are actually giving me hope. We have actually got some quality young players at the moment at this football club, and it's dead right and well chuffed for these youngsters getting called up. Like I said at the start, really gutted for Greenwood. He deserved his shot. Oh, mate, I can't even say that name. I'm sorry. Hidayefula, I'm guessing is that. Apologies if I've got that wrong, mate. David De Gea is a very good keeper, but not to save any penalties for this. My years is not good for Man United. Give Hendo a chance. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even go into the penalty shootout that much with De Gea. We all know De Gea's record with penalties. It's never been great. I didn't expect much. I wasn't going to go into it much or completely blame De Gea for the final. I blamed De Gea for the goal. I did. The goal that they actually scored in the game, I thought De Gea was just in slow motion. His reaction time was just pathetic for me. I blamed him more for that than the penalties. And that's what I'm looking at again. Set pieces. This football club. Oh, swap Pogba for anyone we can get, says Sin Games. Otherwise, it's goodbye to Pogba for free next year. It's a fair point. Into his last year of his contract. 500 grand a week, Viola wants for him. I mean, we're heading straight back down into Sancho territory there. Pogba is a different kettle of fish, I know, but 500 grand a week for one player, I don't think United should be doing that. I don't think we can afford to go down that road. I really don't. Adam, would you take Pau Torres at centre-back? Keep up the great work. Cheers for that, Dan, mate. Pau Torres does look, and did look against us, a decent player. He's had a really good season. United have already been scouting him. We know that. It's been made and well documented that United are interested in him. If there was an audition in the final, I think he definitely stood out. But again, do you know what? I don't see Ole being able to turn Pau Torres into a Premier League centre-back in time in his tenure at the football club. I think he's under that much pressure now. I think he's going to be looking at ready-made Premier League players. And that's sad. That's a sad comment on its own. And I may be proved completely wrong. But I just feel like Ollie's looking for ready-made right now. I don't think he's got the time. He's 3 years in now. And results are needed. Trophies are needed. He's got one more year, in my opinion, at best. I'm not all for him actually staying. But I understand if he sees out his last year. I've said this all along. Qualified for the Champions League 2 years in a row. Fair enough. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad is not good enough for Manchester United. So for me, I just look at it and go, he's looking for ready-made Premier League players right now. He's already had enough time to try and implement his style of play, whatever it is, how you want to call it, a United way. God, let's not say it like that. But for me right now, he needs players to come in, and it's like Danny van der Beek. Everyone at the club apparently is talking like he needs more time, like he needs to improve and get better. I don't think Ollie's going to go out and buy anyone from outside the Premier League for that reason, because he hasn't got time himself. The pressure's on. He needs to be able to get results, and he needs now, after being here 3 years and won nothing, to be getting them trophies in the cabinet, to be getting to the major finals, to be challenging for the league. And can you, and has Ollie got enough time to adapt a new centre-back from another league, from another country into the Premier League? And we all know how hard that is to actually do. Is he going to be given the chance to do that? So for that reason, I don't think United will end up buying a Pau Torres. I really don't. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. Don't forget, guys, smash the like button on your way in and way out of the room. I know if there's a few people on, on their lunch breaks or wherever it is you're watching. I do appreciate you tuning in to the stream. As always, get your comments in. We're talking everything transfers, realistic and complete bollocks. That's what Mason Ag says, Adam, would you take Ronaldo back? Oh man alive, Ronaldo back at Manchester United. That's a question. If it's the loan or if it's like on a free, I don't know what his situation is right now. I wouldn't be looking at Ronaldo for the future. I think if Ronaldo was available at the end of the transfer window after we've done all our business, then I think go for it. Bring him in. I really do. But we need to make sure that we actually get our business done first. The business, and that I mean business, I mean what we really need. We need to be prioritizing the positions that we really need, not going out through whatever big name is available. We need to be going out there and getting what we need, and that is the positions. Adam, opinion on Sol. Sol Niguez, I think you're talking about there, mate. Again, this was boiling last year, wasn't it? I just don't see it happening, mate. I really don't. I don't see United going for anyone outside of the Premier League, as sad as that sounds. I don't think it's right. But for the reasons I just described, I don't think Ollie has got time to... I just don't think he's got enough time to sort of break one of these foreign players into a Premier League player. And I'm not... Unless it's an out-and-out world-class player, then I just don't see him doing it. And that's pretty condemning on its own, really, isn't it? It really is. It's pretty sad that I'm saying that, but that's just how it looks to me. I mean, Varane, is that a player that could come in and do a job straight away? I think the high level he's played at Champions League football season in, season out, I think he's probably of that category where you could say he could comfortably come in and actually do a job. So I think that one there, that may work, but honestly, Varane, that ain't happening for United. Definitely not. Not a cat and nails chance. Not with a new manager coming in at Madrid. He's going to want to see all the players. We know the score when a new manager comes in. Everything gets changed around. And they want to break down the squad, judge who they want. By the time that's all happened, it's near the end of the window. And it just gets messy. So, no, I don't think Varane will be happening either. Simply because Zidane's left. And the new manager coming in is going to want to look. Huge wages as well, like Alien says. Another problem. And let's not. We go there. We talked about the goalkeepers early on. Unless we sort of free up money in that sort of area, then it ain't going to happen, is it, guys? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. There it is again, Jules Koundé. Another player. Another one from Spain. And you just don't know, do you? Has Ollie got the time to chance a player coming in from Spain and being able to defend in the Premier League? It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. I don't think he has got the time. I really don't. But I mean, I'm here to be proved wrong, and I hope I am proved wrong because I want United to sign a player that can actually is good enough for his football club and can adapt straight away to playing for Manchester United. I want Bruno's. I want Bruno signings. You know what I mean? Maguire slipped in straight away. Wan-Bissaka had a great start. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's had his issues this season, but we need players like that who are going to come in and actually look the part straight away. Cavani did it. But then again, that's a player, like I said, a different calibre, a world-class player. And there ain't many of them around on a free transfer. Honestly, I thought United should have gone for Thiago Silva last summer before Chelsea got him. I thought he would have been perfect for us. The experience, I just think he would have been. And people would say, yeah, slow next to Harry Maguire. I mean, to be fair, the way that guy works and operates, it's his positional sense and his reading of the game. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. A few more comments. Let's just get a few more in. Ifam M says starts with transfer of big names end in the last day emergency purchase. That's pretty much what Cavani was, wasn't it? I don't think anyone would have been moaning about Cavani's purchase if we'd have done it earlier in the window, because that would have looked like we was being sensible. Actually buying a player, or not spending much on a player in a certain position we need, to then go and buy a Sancho. If you said we bought Cavani on a free, it's not bought Cavani. We got Cavani on a free, so we free up a little bit of money to buy Sancho. And I said that was sensible and good business. But in the end, the way we did it, and it was right at the end of the window, it just looked desperate, and it just looks pathetic. And it just looked like we're clinging on to whatever we could just to make it look like we could sign players. So, yeah, Cavani is a one-off. And if you are going to bring in a player from abroad into United right now, with the pressure that this team is under, they have to be top-notch. And is Koundé top-notch? Is Pau Torres top-notch? I'm going to be able to hit the ground running? Or could we see a similar sort of outcome to Donny van der Beek, where Ollie doesn't trust him enough, and then it's another wasted wad of money on a player that doesn't even get a say in the season at all? And that's what I'm worried about. And the fact that we'd signed Eric Bailly already on a new contract, and he's running his mouth about not playing, there's another worry right there for me. More money down the Swanee. But he's used to the Premier League, and that, I think, is where Ollie's going with it right now. I think Ollie needs the best of the best for his system, or whatever system he's got, to work. Otherwise, it's not. We've seen players not improve under Ollie. We've seen a lot of regression under Ollie with a lot of players, and I just think he needs big players and the best for any sort of whatever his philosophy or style of play is to work. It just doesn't. It's just not there, is it? It's just not there. And there's too many players that just look massively uncomfortable on the pitch right now for us. Donnarumma on a free for goalkeeper, says Eamon. I think that Milan Champions League football in the bag now. I think that will be all signed up, signed, sealed, delivered. Ancelotti's going to be the next Real Madrid manager. Oh, that would be a hard one to take, especially for them Everton fans. Get all your comments in, people. Let's get through a few of your questions now and a few of your points or transfer targets or certain players you think might be working. We're going to try and run this show at least 2 or 3 times a week in the day when we get some transfer speculation coming through. But let's just get into it. Also need more tactical and experienced manager. We need to be ruthless if we want to be winning ways. Ollie showed his inexperience in the Europa League final. Sad to say that. Yeah, mate. It's sad to say it, and you don't want to say it, but it's the reality, mate. That's all it is. It's the reality that this football club and our coaching set up. Yeah, you can mainly blame Ollie because he's the one who's brought in his team with him. That team of coaches just isn't going to be good enough to, like I said, if you want to bring a player in, are they going to be able to make that player a Premier League player? Because you don't just come from another division and slip straight in and it work exactly the same way it was in Spain or wherever it was you were playing. It doesn't work like that. You need the coaching staff and the right setup to actually integrate that player and help him. And if you've not got that there, then it's not going to work. So, again, going back to what I kept on saying, is Ollie really going to... Has he got the time to integrate players from abroad right now? He's already had 3 years, and I don't think he's going to be looking at that sort of player. I think he's going to be looking more towards ready-made Premier League players or experienced Premier League players, especially in defence. It really is, because you're being scrutinised to the max in that position right now if you're playing for Manchester United. Smash the like button, definitely, Alien. Cheers, mate. Share the video as well, guys. Don't forget, the subscribe button is right there, bottom hand corner. Right there, guys. So do click on the subscribe button if you're tuning in for the first time. And drop down in the description. Follow me on Instagram to get involved in the giveaway, which is being announced. The prize winner is being announced on Sunday's podcast. So if you want to be involved in that, it's not free, it is a Marcus Rashford signed and fully authenticated framed montage. It's a brilliant prize. The picture is there in my Instagram, guys. Go and check it out. If you want to be involved, just follow the instructions there. All you've got to do is just be subscribed to this channel and follow me on Instagram. Screenshot both of them. Proof to me, DM on Instagram, and then you're in the competition. You're in the draw. There's already loads of people in it. So grab your chance of winning that brilliant prize. More comments coming in. Ollie got us to second place this season, and so can other managers, or even better. Conte will win us some trophies at least. Fine. I mean, it's one of them freak seasons. I think next season is going to be so hard. It really is. And if Ollie gets top 4 again next season, I'd probably give him a little bit of praise for doing it, because fans back, more pressure, everyone's going to be strengthening. And if he manages to do it again next season, then yeah, maybe he deserves a little bit more praise on that. But really, we needed that trophy this season. That's why he's getting the stick he's getting. I don't think he'd be getting half as much stick if he just got through that final and got that trophy under his belt. But he's not. And that is reality. And that is why he's getting the stick that he's getting right now. Let's see what else we've got coming through in the comment. Do you think we might sign someone before the fan forum with Joe Glazer? He would hope so, wouldn't he, mate? Just so he's got something to go into that meeting. I mean, that'll be all scripted. It will be certain questions asked only. We know what it's like when these sort of meetings come around, press conferences, whatnot. Everyone is briefed beforehand on what they can and can't ask. It has to be sort of civil. It has to be structured in a way that suits and isn't going to cause any sort of out-and-out sort of massive angry debate or whatnot. So I do feel like there are only going to be certain questions that can be asked in that, and hopefully Must and the guys there can get across what needs to be got across, and the fans can have some form of interaction with what is said and decisions that are made for this football club. That's what's needed. Ali G says there's a reason that Haaland turned down the PE teacher. Mate, Bellingham did exactly the same. Brian there comes in and says, if not backed in this window, we'll be lucky to get top 6. That's a point, mate, because a lot of United fans now are looking at this team going, it's had its time. How many times is this group of players going to fail? How many chances are they going to be given? I mean, Pep's been well documented in saying you cannot cling on to the same players. You have to change and adapt. We did this constantly with Ferguson, but it seems to me like this group of players have just been lingering around. Well, not lingering, but they've been there for a while now, and it doesn't look like they're going to get any better than what they are. Everyone talks about Martial. His potential all the time. Christ, man, when am I going to see it? When am I going to see the consistency? Rashford. I think our coaching staff are that desperate for him to do well. They've played him injured and made him look worse. And we're just finding out now that Greenwood's been playing the back end of the season with an injury. Are any players going to be looking at this now realistically who could be coming to United in the summer and going, well, do I really want to be part of that? Oh, that is a tough one to take. Cheers for that, Eamon, mate. Let me just check now. Brendan there in with a comment saying this group still lacks hierarchy of leadership on the pitch. True, very true, mate. I mean, I think we bought a leader in Bruno. Maguire is one on his own. Pogba, he is. We know the qualities that Pogba can bring, but like every United fan will tell you, they haven't got a problem with Pogba except his consistency. He doesn't do it enough. And he's been here longer than quite a lot of that squad now. So for me, the leadership side of things definitely needs to be addressed. Whether we can buy that in, I don't know. Maybe players coming through from the youth are the way forward for us right now. But then again, is Ollie going to be able to get the best out of the youth players? And that sort of counteracts that argument. It's horrible. We're in a tough spot. Martial's reached his peak, says Star-Lord. I mean, he's contributed nothing this season through suspension and injury. You can say fair enough, yeah, but still, when he was on the pitch, he was not doing much at all for us. The odd game here and there, he had a really bad season. And we're talking like Martial. I heard a rumour last night that Martial could be offloaded for 40 million United want for him. 40 million euros. I mean, seriously? This shows you how much this football club rates Anthony Martial. If this football club rates Martial at 40 million euros, then clearly he isn't that good, is he? I think he's worth a lot more than 40 million, by the way. If you sell Martial for 40 million euros, I give up. I give up that this football club can do anything that resembles good business in a transfer window. Martial, 40 million euros? Come on. I mean, I've slaughtered him enough this season. Everyone knows. I know what potential he has got. I just don't think we're ever going to be able to get it out of him. but he's worth more than 40 million euros. Simple as. Well more. Spurs have put a bid in of 30 million. Yeah, that's the one, mate. That pretty much equates to 40 million euros. 30 million for Martial. Dear God. Dear God. If that's what our forward line, this so-called brilliant forward line is worth, then serious questions need to be asked about who is dealing with this transfer stuff. And like I said before, it's going to be interesting now with the new directors of football. First summer with directors of football. Very, very interesting. But, I mean, this show here, we've talked about the nightmare situation with the goalkeepers and that mess. We've got to deal with that. You've then got the unrest in the squad. That needs sorting out. And can we get this all done in a summer when we've got the Euros? The players will be back. We'll be on to pre-season. Man, there's a serious amount of work that needs doing. I don't think we're going to be able to get it all done. I really don't. We've got people in positions, and like I said, the new directors of football, first summer for them. All they're having to deal with this, as well as trying to, I dare say it, coach the players, because he has said he's not had time this season to coach players or do anything different. So we need him to be on the training ground if he's going to be our manager going into next season to do his stuff. Is he going to have as much time then to deal with what's going on off the pitch? Do we have to rely on Fletcher and Murto, who've never done this before? Are they going to be able to deal with the goalkeeping situation, the squad, the players that need outing? I mean, come on. Seriously, that is a massive, massive problem that we've got right now. And I just don't trust this football club to be able to do it in one summer. Whether I can be proved wrong, well, I'm hoping to be proven wrong. I really am hoping that I am proved wrong, because that would mean that United are actually doing something right. I honestly can't see it. I can't see it. And that, for me, is where United are going to end up falling short and what will end up killing Ole and his job at Manchester United. And there's so much to talk about transfer-wise for United. We will be back. I think we're going to be back on Thursday with a new transfer show midday again, guys. If you want to tune in for that, I just want to say thank you for everyone tuning into this one. The mods, Alien, and everyone. All the comments have been bang on, guys. We're only going to do these short of 30 minutes to 50-minute videos through the day, and just talk about anything you guys want to talk about transfer-wise, anything that's going on in the media right now with everything. And remember, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the bollocks on social media, guys, because that is exactly what it is. This has been the Transfer Bollocks Show, guys. It is what it is. We're just going to talk about it as you should, with a pinch of salt, because that's all we can expect from this transfer window. I really don't think it's going to be a big one unless United change. I just cannot see it. I don't know how they do it. And in the end, we will see if United's ways with the new directors of football are moving us forward, because not the easiest one to start with this summer for the boys, Murto and Fletcher. Let's be honest. But guys, thanks for tuning in on this lunchtime video. It has been a blast. And again, we will be back. We've got loads of videos and content coming up. We've got Elizabeth coming back on again for a season roundup from the Chelsea boys. We'll get how that went down in that Champions League final from Elizabeth as well. Hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have that video on live for you guys as well. But this has been your first Transfer Bollocks show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back again on Thursday with another show midday, and hopefully, well, I say hopefully, we've got some good news to talk about. Or will it still be just the rumours and the crap that's circulating? Who knows? We'll be back as it breaks. People, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later in the week, people. Bye for now.